Hello, this is Tanner with Bulldog Rooter. I'm out here on job number 813-42259. This is an upload video. If you see the other two attempted video inspections, please delete those. Anyway, we got called out here for mainline backup. Ended up going through a cleanout, which is on the other side of this wall. I ended up sending this camera through the backwater valve. Customer has no history of roots, anything like that. We ended up figuring out that the issue was some Orangeburg that's actually starting to what is the word for it? It's starting to ovalize a little bit and has some heavy blistering. Unfortunately, that wasn't something we even noticed until we were doing our first video inspection pulling back. But anyway, line consists of 4-inch concrete and 2 4-inch clay tile. There's quite a few different materials in this line. They actually use cast iron to transition to add some fittings for the Orangeburg, which is a new one. Usually I see Orangeburg is just in straight lines. So this is clay tile. Just looks a little bit black just due to some buildup on the sides. Line is 67 feet long. It does go underneath the road and sidewalk. We ended up doing some locates on the Orangeburg section. Found that it stops just short of the sidewalk. However, it starts where the building drain meets the building main. However, that unfortunately is underneath a large concrete block. I will have to speak with the supervisor to kind of devise a plan on how exactly to tackle that, if that's something we're going to need to cut out and shore around, or the customer did suggest perhaps going underneath it. However, off the top of my head, I'm not aware of a way to make that safe enough to operate in, especially if we have to go a little bit further than intended. But again, I'll speak with my supervisor and try to determine the game plan for that. Anyway, looks like this. Is a section of Orangeburg. Yep, that is a section of Orangeburg, and I believe that's actually one that I located. Yes, it is. Yeah, so that's the very end section of Orangeburg. Going to keep pulling back. As you can see, quite a bit of blistering on the sides and bottom, starting to create kind of a channel. And another bend right there. Quite a bit on the side. Unfortunately, just due to this heavy blistering, ovalization, I'm not sure how long this sludge repair is going to last. Like I said, we will provide options as soon as I'm able to sit down with a supervisor and determine the correct game plan. Looks like this is where we're transitioning to cast iron. From here on out, we look pretty good. Very minimal scaling on the cast iron. That looks like this is where we transition from the cast iron main back to the ABS that's used for this backwater valve. We're going to pull out. And this is where the work was performed. Thank you for choosing Bulldog Rooter. We will be supplying those estimates as soon as I'm able to sit down with the supervisor.